Okay, so part 2 of this question, what other ways could you display this data and just state the advantages and disadvantages of each method? Now, these questions are really throwaway questions. They're really just your opportunity to gather as many marks as you can because they're really quite simple. So when you have a bar graph like this, really your only other options that you could use are something like a pie graph, or you could have like another kind of like bar graph, like a column graph. Or you could use like a table, which is just basically putting all the information on a table. Now, a pie graph, obviously the pros for that one is that it would be quite obvious to see the split, so easy to read. Everyone can understand that. The cons would be that you would need 4 of them. So maybe harder to compare. Okay, so for a column graph, the pros could be that the heights of them would give you a clear understanding, so you could see the differences with the heights. Unfortunately, that the most confusing thing about them is you would need heaps of them. Lots of columns. So may get confusing. All right, and then the last thing that you could talk about is a table. So table, a bit boring, but all the data is there and easy to get information from. All right, so if you've given one of your data displays with an advantage or a disadvantage, then you could get a merit off that. If you've given 2 different options with at least an advantage and of each of them, then that's also a merit. Obviously, you need, for the excellence, you need to have 2 different ones stated and 3, like a pro and a con and a pro. So at minimum 3 pro, con, pro of the 2 of them for the excellence. This one here, I've got 3 different options and pros and cons of both of them. So, definitely just throw as many things that you can at the page to make sure that you can get the marks.